Before Jamestown ever rose on the banks of Virginia, another colony had already come and vanished. It was called the Ajacán Mission, a Spanish outpost built not for conquest, but for faith. In 1570, 9 Jesuit missionaries sailed from Spain to these mist-covered shores. They carried no soldiers, no muskets, no walls of defense, only crosses, books, and the dream of a peaceful mission among the native tribes. Within a year, every one of them was gone. No bodies, no graves, only silence. Their small wooden chapel burned, their names erased from the land they hoped to save. The Spanish called it holy ground. Survivors whispered it was cursed. Today, historians still search the coast of Virginia, hunting for traces of where it stood. No one has ever found it. Only the sea remembers. In the late 1500s, long before English settlers dreamed of Jamestown, Spain already marked this coast as its own. From the Gulf to the Chesapeake, the Spanish Empire called it La Florida, an unbroken frontier of faith. King Philip II's vision was clear: claim souls before rivals could claim the land. He turned to the Jesuits, the Church's boldest missionaries, to carry Christianity into the wild north. Guiding them was a native convert, Don Luis de Velasco, once taken to Spain, now returning home as both son of two worlds. He spoke of a rich country called Ajacán, where his people awaited the word. Trusting his promise, the crown blessed a new mission. 9 Jesuits sailed toward an unseen shore, the edge of Spain's forgotten dream. The year was 1570. A small ship drifted through mist and river reeds, reaching a quiet shore untouched by Europe. 9 Jesuits stepped onto the sand, strangers in a vast wilderness. They built a chapel from fallen trees, prayed beneath open skies, and waited for the world to answer back. But the forest gave no welcome. Nights grew longer, fires burned lower, and whispers carried through the dark. Then their guide, Don Luis, vanished without a word. Supplies ran thin. Fear crept in. Every sound in the woods began to feel like a warning. Still, they knelt and prayed, unaware that salvation would never come. At first, the Jesuits waited for Don Luis to return, but he never did. Weeks passed, their food was gone, their trust began to break. Then, one cold morning, he appeared again, not as their guide, but as their judge. Don Luis brought warriors from his tribe. They came with calm faces and hidden blades. The missionaries welcomed them, believing peace had returned. It hadn't. Without warning, the men struck. Father Segura and his companions were cut down beside the cross they had raised. Their chapel burned, their mission erased. Only one boy escaped, swimming through the marshes, his robes torn and bloodied, carrying the story Spain would never forget. 9 Jesuits vanished in a single day, betrayed by the man they once called brother. To this day, no one knows what drove Don Luis. Was it vengeance for the years stolen from his people, or a warning to the empires that followed? In 1572, nearly 2 years after the Jesuits first set sail, a Spanish rescue ship finally reached the coast of Virginia. They expected to see smoke from the chapel, but the shore was silent. No footprints, no voices, only the wind moving through tall grass where the mission once stood. When they searched the ruins, they found fragments of rosaries, torn pages of scripture, and ashes buried beneath the sand. There were no bodies to bury, only traces and the memory of what had been lost. The soldiers hunted for Don Luis, hoping to avenge the missionaries. But he was gone, vanished into the forests like the ghosts of his victims. The Spanish called the land cursed and the mission abandoned. From that moment, the dream of Ajacán died. Spain turned its ships south and never returned to these shores again. No one knows where the Ajacán Mission once stood. No ruins, no graves, only whispers along Virginia's quiet rivers. Some believe it was near the York, others the Rappahannock. Every clue fades into silence, every trail ends in sand. It's as if the earth itself hid the truth. 4 centuries later, Ajacán remains a ghost, a forgotten dream buried before America began.